Just know I'm taking note of every single bitch that is buying an American flag t-shirt for the 4th of July. Or any America merch. Okay? Side eye, side eye, side eye. Think twice. Think 3 times. Think a 4th time.
America just turned 250. But what does it really mean to be American when you come from different cities, different states, different neighborhoods, and different cultures, and even family history? I know that there's been a lot of Gen Xers coming out. Most of the channels, I would say, have been about nostalgia. Remember this, the game, the movie, the shows, which is all fun. But also, there was a lot of deep stuff that was going on.
Where are you?
And I have seen a few people coming out. Gen Xers have been coming out and sharing their stories. I thought, you know what? I actually have a lot of stories to be sharing as well. And with my perspective as a Gen X woman, mother, granddaughter, grandmother, I like to look at it with the Venn diagram. Now, probably most Gen Xers, I think all of us, remember this because I'm pretty sure the curriculum was all the same. This is my perspective in red. And then this would be yours or whoever we're comparing. And then in the middle is where the overlay happens in white. That's where the experiences are the same or whatever it is that you're comparing. And for some reason, I think we've gotten lost from what common sense looks like now and what does critical thinking look like now. Because I remember growing up, we had the Venn diagram and you had to compare and contrast and how were things similar, how were they opposite. If you're not a Gen Xer in your younger generation, can you comment down below, are they teaching you this? Or, well, you wouldn't be that young watching me, but did they teach you this when you were in elementary school? Because I believe this is when it should be taught in elementary, because that's when you start learning about how to critically think, to make wise decisions so that you can go forward into society and become a positive American. Or if you're not American and you're from Canada or some other country, wherever it is that you live, comment down below, where are you watching this from? I don't just normally compare everything to the Venn diagram where I'm just, making circles in the air. But what I will say is it's already instilled in me. I already think like this. And it's kind of funny because I started realizing that a lot of the creators that I watch happen to be Gen Xers, fellow Gen Xers. And I only came across that because I started thinking like, wait, they kind of think like me. I'd like this to be a channel that we can actually come together and not argue because we are different. And I don't think that being different should always call for arguments and thinking differently. Now, for me personally, growing up at assembly, we would have to pledge allegiance to the flag, the United States of America. And we had to sing, oh, oh, say, can you see? All that. I don't think that it actually made us feel, it was just something that we had to do. I don't know, maybe in your house it meant something more. But I would say in my household, my mom was not a great patriot. I don't ever remember her actually saying anything good about it. Now, my grandmother, on the other hand, she was a patriot through and through. Like, she loved her flags. She loved being American. She had roots. We have roots in Puerto Rico. And she was back and forth. She lived in both places and back in Puerto Rico on the island. And then she also came to the States. She met my grandfather. They had kids. I also grew up in the Bronx. Now I no longer live in the Bronx. You come from there, you're raised there, born there. But that doesn't determine who you can grow into, right? What you can mature into. And so for me, I knew at a young age that I didn't want to stay in the city. If you don't know, then you don't know. I could explain it, right? People can explain their experiences and we can sympathize with them and have compassion towards them and empathy. But at the end of the day, everyone has their own experience. That's what I would say. It shouldn't always be about arguing about other people's experience. And if people want to celebrate America and they want to be happy about it, or maybe their way of celebrating it is doing fireworks, having a cookout, being with family. It doesn't always have to necessarily mean, oh, we're celebrating America and I have to be a patriot and I got to bring out guns and your flag or what have you. There's other people that's, I guess, not the experience that they want to have. But for me, I am an American. So why wouldn't I be happy to be American? Yeah, I have struggles. I'm struggling to pay bills and do all these things and to raise my family alone. But I wouldn't want to do it anywhere else. Guys, comment down below. Where are you watching from? And what has your experience been? Are you a patriot? Enjoy being from the USA? Or are you from another country and you wish you were in the USA? Comment down below, guys. Can't just look from your lens. We have to switch the lens up at times and see through other people's lens. And what could they be talking about? And what do they think? And how do they feel? But at the end of the day, facts are facts and opinions are opinions. Guys, if you found any value in this video, then consider liking, subscribing, and put your notifications on so you know anytime I post a video. All right, guys, bye.